Sounds good to me, brother. Sounds good to me. All right, so let's go ahead and we look at the Monday Night Football. Are you ready for a party? Well, I'm not gonna get into the whole song, but we got the Packers showing up in Allegiant Field, showing up on the Strip to play the Las Vegas Fabulous Raiders in another stage show that probably will end with some shenanigans as usual. But the Raiders coming here as a slight dog as well too. Packers 2-2, Raiders 1-3. Packers are coming off their worst game of the season. Let's keep it real; they were absolutely dreadful against the Lions. But we'll keep it real. Their first three contests, they were very, very in those games, and they won two of them. So that just goes to show you that Green Bay might not be all the way there yet, but they're one of the more middling teams that have the look of a team. If they can get in a groove, they can be really good. You know what I mean? They can be really, really good in a wide open division. But I think Detroit really does have that division kind of locked down. And then after Detroit, you consider Minnesota. Even though they're 1-3, Minnesota is going to be better as the season goes along. So the Packers are really in a work in progress state. So whatever they put on the board is good. I think that's what their fans are looking at, that their expectations aren't playoffs like that this year. It's just about being a good team this year and being consistent and learning consistency, learning how to win. Now, the Raiders, on the other hand, expectations are always high with the Raiders. They're never thinking about the Raiders just being a regular team. They never thinking about the Raiders just trying to build something. It's always everybody who's a Raider fan feeling like the Raiders should be right there at the elite status of the league. Well, this team isn't one of those teams, man. Even though they have some guys out there that are really good, Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs, those guys are awesome, man. Those guys are special players. But your quarterback situation is kind of unsettled because I know everybody likes the rookie, but Jimmy G is the more trustworthy quarterback. The defense is the defense as usual. They don't really have anything significant. And you know what, and Max Crosby might be the most overrated defensive lineman in the league. I know that Richard Sherman was very, vocal about the way that the Raiders are using him and everything like that. But the Raiders literally let him freelance and do what he wants to do. And I've never seen a guy overrun so many plays in my life, Jeff. And that's not what the great ones do. That's what the guys do that are like Adam Dunn. You know what I mean? Every fifth at bat, you hit a home run. So we think you're a great home run hitter. No, it's just that you're consistent at hitting a home run, but that doesn't mean you're good at the other things that we're doing here. And I feel like his leadership isn't enough for the Raiders on that defensive end. I think that they need more. You know what I mean? They need more. And that's why the defense just can't ever get it together. And I truly feel that at the end of the day, with Josh McDaniels roaming your sideline and Mark Davis in the owner's suite, this team is going to be a disaster. It's just straight up. I really feel like the board needs to remove Mark Davis as the controlling partner, and I truly do feel like if McDaniels doesn't win this week, can we consider trying to fire him? That's the whole thing, because they're talking more about this money that's supposed to be guaranteed and everything like that. You know what? Al Davis didn't care about guaranteed money. He'll pay you when he feels like it. So I think Mark needs to be on the same idea, but he's not. He was already, he was getting terrorized at the Charger game, and he literally told the fan to shut up because I'm not firing the coach. So, it just goes to show you that the guy is really out of touch with the way things work, and you want to be somebody that you're not. And that's the problem. The Raiders aren't the Patriots, dog. The Raiders have their own style, their own way, all this stuff that his father created, and I feel like he's just trying to kill it. And that's not fun, and it's not fun to watch. And Raider fans, if you're disappointed, you have all right to be disappointed. And you know what? I'm still going to be stupid enough to take them this week. Give me the Raiders plus 110. It's a scripted game, Jeff. Why not? You know what I mean? The game is going to be scripted because it's going to come down to the end. The Raiders are going to kick a field goal or do some crazy ass touchdown and wind up winning the game. That's how I'm seeing it, dude. Because the perfect mark is the Packers.
Well, again, we remember what we saw last, the Lion team that came in and just ran ripshod on this Packer game. The Packer team, the game was over in the first quarter, extra couple days to sit and really feel that sting. Perfect spot for them. Get away from Lambeau, travel to Vegas for the week. My true number was 1 with a 43.5, up to 2 on the Vegas Strip, 44 and 44 and a halves. So expecting a high scoring game here. Extra 10 days for Aaron Jones, Christian Watson. I don't know if the tight end is still in concussion protocol. I think the better team on paper is the Packers. Will Jimmy G play? The perfect spot for anyone back in the Raiders is, of course, the Devontae Adams revenge game. A chance to really stick it to the Packers. Which Devontae Adams shows up? Who will be at quarterback? And as you said, Max Crosby's got to be putting pressure on Jordan Love. I took the Packers money line minus the 130. I'm not going to leave 1 or 2 points on the table. Just win, baby. It's a true coin flip game, as you said. Makes good drama for Monday night. But I got the Packers here going to 3-2, and I got the Raiders going to 1-4. Again, perfect spot to draft a quarterback to fire Josh McDaniels. As you know, I lived it for 2 decades. Josh McDaniels as the greatest thing since sliced bread. Got a shot with Denver, came limping back, was on a plane to go to Indy, came back. Then you guys on the Raiders decided to buy the sizzle. I told you guys it was the wrong move. Someone should have listened to me. I could have told you, don't go down this street. It doesn't end well. I've seen it before, but you learned the hard way. He'll be gone by the end of the year, and you'll be drafting real good in the draft, and the rest will be history, Pops.
Hey,
Jim
you know
Harbaugh.
what?
Mr. Harbaugh. Mr. Harbaugh. Bring him
You
back.
know what?
Bring Harbaugh.
Why we do this? Bring back Rich Bisaccia. Why don't you do that?
Yeah.